Ah, hello. You don't know who I am, but today we're going to go to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Alright, let's go take a look. Okay, be sure to stay till the end of the video to see what we picked up, or, go ahead and skip to the end. And here's where I started to drool a bit, seeing these old Ataris. I really need to add them back to the collection. And here they had quite a good selection of boxes. Many boxes had complete units in them, and they were all just, very tempting. Look at this, so beautiful. You just gotta love the colors that the N64 came in, and even those weird collectible Pokemon ones. Seeing some old 3.5 floppies really did bring back some memories. Oh look, Blaster Master Zero. Be sure to go check out my unboxing for those awesome games. So many games, so many booths, so many vendors. It was quite the sensory overload in a good way. Oh yes, look at that, a bunch of Vita games. Jackpot. Well, look at this, brand new Atari Jaguar games. This was awesome to see. I will need to remember about this so I can start putting these on the wish list and saving some money to grab some. Love them or hate them, here are some graded games. I didn't pay any attention, but yeah, here's some. Wizardry for the Game Boy. Wow, but, not in English, so dang it. Ah, yes, look, Wizardry for the NES. Send all the hate mail that you want, but Simon's Quest was not that bad of a game. Lots of Game Boys and Game Boy Advances to be found here. It was some very beautiful ones, some variants that I hadn't seen in person yet, so this was great. A couple of vendors really specialize in import games, but you know, I have not yet gone down that rabbit hole. Airborne Ranger. Oh my god, one of my all-time favorite Commodore 64 games. I was so stoked to find this. Ha! A slipcover for SimCity. Wow. The start of my city building addiction. What a game. These are the most Sega Game Gear games I've ever seen, especially complete in box. Wow, look at that selection. Here are some more beautiful Game Boys and some Game Boy Advances. A few of these in here are custom shells that are really, really well done. One of those little accessory bucket list items, the power base converter for the Genesis. I really need to pick one up. Quite the amazing find, a steel sealed banana, even yellow. Mists of Pandaria, one of the best World of Warcraft expansions. Yes, that's right, one of the best. Sweet mother overload of manuals. Ooh, what a selection. I really need to take note of the ones that I need and start picking them up. Be sure to get your pre-orders in for the Garbage Pail Kids Mad Mike game on the NES. I know I've got mine in. Can't wait for it, and it'll be a great unboxing. You see a tank? You record the tank. Of course, it's a tank. look at this beautiful blue Dreamcast we found at the end of the day. If I hadn't been already at my budget limit, I would have picked that up. So I'll be looking for that next time. All right, now that we're back and had a little bit of time to recuperate from the wonderful adventures we had at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, let's go over what we got. First off, a great add to the collection is this Castlevania Order of Ecclesia soundtrack. Yeah, it's a little sampler disc, as you see, with 6 songs. And then we did walk out with a few NES games, and here we go. We've got, finally, I got to pick this up, 8 Eyes. Bird companion with you that can attack and pick up and grab items. Yeah, glad I finally got this to add to collection. And then everybody needs this one. Not that it's any good, but it's just because of the great title, and that is Bad Dudes. What you want to do is go out, beat up some bad guys, and then have a cheeseburger with the president at the end? Yeah. And then one that I haven't had in the collection for a while, because, you know, sometimes things come and go, but I finally replaced Super Mario 3. Must have. I mean, one of the greatest regular NES games ever made, so glad to have this one back home with me here. All right, and then what we've got here is one PS2 game that I've been looking for quite a while, and that is Fullmetal Alchemist 2: Curse of the Crimson Elixir. Yep, been looking for this one for a little bit, trying to find it in a really good condition like this here. This one came with the bonus DVD, but as you can see, the manual is very clean. Very excited to add this to the PS2 collection. All right, and then we ended up with a few complete in-box games, which were great finds. Great finds for me because this is stuff that I wanted for the collection overall. And first up is NCAA basketball for the Super Nintendo. We got that guy. I don't know if you ever played this one. I spent many hours playing this. The Mode 7 graphics in this one were so cool and so fun to play around with. But yeah, got the decent manual. Got the game here as well. It did come with its little other inserts and the big folding out Super Nintendo poster. So that's pretty cool. It is a very complete in-box game. And this next one, this has got a great little story to it. So we've got Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. All right, got the box with the manual when they were doing some of the black and white manual styles. And got it here. So I found this out there at one of the booths, and it was the manual in the case for like $6 or $7 by itself, no game. And I was like, hey, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up because I know somewhere else here in the expo, I will be able to find a copy of the game. And sure enough, wouldn't you know it? I did. Here we go. Got it here. So I was able to complete that and now have a complete in-box Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures, which is great. Great for a couple of reasons. Now, the game may not be any good, but that doesn't matter because what matters was the completion of it. Finding a couple little pieces, bringing it together, that's part of the real fun of collecting and of bringing things into your collection. Be able to find that empty box, find those manuals that you need. And I really need to write down which manuals I need because as you saw in the video before, there were a lot of manuals out there to choose from. And of course, they range in completely crazy prices, but it'll be good to get some of those manuals again and keep looking for boxes. But being able to find the box of manual at one booth and then a few, I don't know, not a few minutes, but 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, be able to find the game for a very decent price, put them together, and have a complete in-box game here to put into the collection. Now, one of my big goals at the Gaming Expo was to pick up a complete in-box Atari Jaguar game. I really need to start fleshing out my Jaguar collection because again, those prices just keep going up with everything else, and that's getting annoying. Every time you turn around, you're like, oh, I should have bought that, should have bought that, I should have got that. So when I went into this, I knew I had to come out with at least one. So I got one. That was still a very good price, and it is full and complete. And I'll show you here, Hover Strike. Box is in very good condition. Came with the manual, the big, fat, thick manual, because it is in three languages. We've got the game itself, the really cool Jaguar cartridge, that great grip on top, and the awesome logo on the back. To top it all off, inside the box, it also had the gamepad insert. So that was great to have with it. So it is a nice full collection there. And then my one impulse buy, which once I saw it, I had to grab it. That was the Diablo 2 Resurrected 2 LP set from IM 8-bit. It's beautiful inside here. Let me show you. So it's a collection of Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 pieces of the soundtrack. So LP1 is from Diablo 1, and as you can see, we've got the Diablo 1 characters here. Beautiful artwork. And then the second LP is the Diablo 2 characters. And then each LP itself is a beautiful translucent red. Blood red. Diablo red. Yeah. Told you it was beautiful. Oh no, it's falling. So yeah, that's what we had picked up at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It was great. As you saw, with a lot of booths, a lot of vendors, great time to be had. I'm very happy with what I was able to find and to add to the collection. All right, thank you for watching, and as always, game on.